Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Basa, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Ansu Fati as the Barca forward. Well, very hurt, still very hurt about the way his future is being spoken about in the media. He's also very hurt by the way Xavi does not count on him. Even in recent interviews, Xavi does not rule out a departure. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about new signing Inigo Martinez, as the Barca veteran star will be ready to return to action by next week. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcomed. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona forward Ansu Fati and his entourage were left very hurt by the statements made by manager Xavi Hernandez in his last press conference after the Joan Gamper Trophy match against Tottenham. According to Gerard Romero, Ansu Fati's future has been a subject of so much speculation this summer, and for a long time now, it has been believed he would be on his way out of Barca. But recently, it had been suggested that, owing to his firm stance of not wanting to leave, coupled with his improved pre-season form and the departure of Dembele, Ansu Fati would stay at the club. So what did Xavi say? Let's remind ourselves. Speaking after the match against Tottenham on Tuesday night, Xavi left the doors wide open for Ansu Fati's departure. He said, "We will see. We depend a lot on fair play. He is training and playing very well, but there is a market until August 31st." Those were the words by Xavi. So by saying so, the 43-year-old tactician did not close the doors on Fati possibly leaving the club before the transfer window slams shut. Since then, it has been reported that Xavi and his coaching staff are delighted with how Fati has been doing in pre-season, but an exit cannot be ruled out if a good offer were to arrive. However, as per Romero, Xavi's words have caused some hurt to Fati and his entourage. It must be noted that the 20-year-old's father has been very vocal about his unhappiness with the forward's lack of game time in the past. Despite all this, though, it is still unlikely that Fati will change his stance concerning his future. The La Masia graduate remains firm that he wishes to stay put at Barcelona and succeed at his boyhood club. Ansu Fati's future is still something that is still up for much debate because nothing is still certain as to whether Fati will stay or not. The summer window will be ending end of this month. Xavi is still open for the player to leave, judging by the way he spoke after the Joan Gamper Trophy. And Fati is not taking that lightly. Fati wants to stay. Fati doesn't want to even believe that all because of last season when he was out of form. It just means that he shouldn't be counted upon. Ansu Fati still believes that he still have the fitness to be there, you know, playing as a Barca player, wearing that 10 shirt. And for me, I definitely think that selling Fati would be a big mistake. I don't think we should sell Ansu Fati. Because one thing that I've realized, since Xavi came, Xavi have never been a big fan of Ansu. Let's forget about the form issue. I think Xavi have never really been there to give Fati that courage, to give Fati that, that words of coaching to inspire Fati to come out from his shell. I don't think Xavi has been doing that because if not, then I don't think Fati should have been in this situation. Fati is not happy, and to be honest, Xavi does not fancy him. That is why Xavi himself is even open for the player to leave. And what the heck is Xavi thinking about? Fati is a well-talented player, and I think selling him will be a big error. I hope Barcelona don't do that. I just hope so. I just hope so. Dembele, who was one of our key attackers, left, and Barca still trying to sell Fati. So what are they trying to do? Dembele, talking about players. In fact, let's just even look at things critically. Lewandowski is a player. I think that's the only player where we can get our source of goals majority of the season. And if Fati, who has an eye for goal, who is also very very, I think Fati is prolific as well when is his best form. Why should you sell him? You leave Lewandowski there. Who can score? You want to leave Ferran Torres? You want to leave Rafinha? Rafinha doesn't score much. It makes no sense. So, except of course, I've been linked with is it João Felix? I think that's a player that maybe you'd want to sell Fati they are bringing. For me, it makes no sense. I just hope that Barca should just have patience more for Ansu Fati. For me, sir, the attack is not even the best. If Neymar could have come, things could have been far better. Having Neymar and Ansu Fati on the left wing, Rafinha and Ferran can take the right wing, then Lewandowski, Vitor Roque taking that central. But Barca are not just serious. The money, the finances are crippling us, and of course things are not just going the way we really wanted. So let's just see how Fati's season will look like, or whatever his future. Because as things stand, it looks as though Fati will really have a terrible season if these things continue happening. Because right now, I think Fati should have a cool head, and I believe that he will come back to his brilliant best. Then, moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona have been busy in the summer, and once again, pounds on free agents available on the market. One of the players arriving at no cost was Inigo Martinez, who joined from Athletic Club Bilbao following the conclusion of his contract with the Basque side. However, since joining, injuries have not allowed the Spanish international to feature on the pitch for the Blaugranas yet. So the player is still recovering from a foot injury he suffered in the previous season and has not yet trained with his new teammates. Martinez was absent from the preseason friendlies on the tour of the US and was unavailable for Barca's season opener against Getafe. Despite missing the initial stages of the campaign, Ashraf Ben Ayed has come out to report that Martinez is closing in on full recovery, and the expectations are that he will be ready in about a week. This bodes excellent news for the Barca faithful who are here to see the experienced veteran flounce his skills in the club's jersey. Martinez joined the Catalan Giants to cover a critical void in a lineup that was lacking a left-footed centre-back. Barca signed the Spaniard on a 2-year contract with a 400 million euros release clause. Martinez will enable Xavi to tinker around with the backline more often, owing to increased options. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.